Have you ever stepped on a scale and thought, that can't be right? Well, maybe it was right, just not for this planet. Because what if I told you that the number glaring up at you changes completely the moment you leave Earth? Stick around, because by the end of this story, you'll know where in the universe you could brag about losing 90% of your weight without dieting for a single day. Let's start with the boring but crucial truth. Your mass never changes. If you're 70 kilograms here, you're 70 kilograms everywhere. But your weight, that's a drama queen. Weight depends on gravity, and gravity depends on how big and dense a planet is. In other words, the universe is playing tug-of-war with you, and every world pulls with a different strength. Now, imagine you're standing on Mercury, the sun's closest little speed demon. You step on a scale there, and, surprise, you're lighter. Not by much, but enough to make you consider moving in permanently. Wow, you'd say. I finally hit my target weight. Congratulations. Just don't forget sunscreen, because daytime on Mercury is a sizzling 430 degrees Celsius. Your new beach body would melt before you could post about it. Next stop, Venus, Earth's evil twin. Same size, but a thick, toxic atmosphere that could crush you like a soda can under an elephant. Gravity here is almost the same as Earth's, so sadly, your weight won't change much. You'll still have to do those squats. The only difference? You'll be doing them in a pressure cooker surrounded by sulfuric acid clouds. Not exactly spa vibes. On Earth, you already know the deal. The scale number might not make you happy, but at least you can breathe. Gravity here is what we call 1G, our cosmic baseline. Everything else in space is judged by how it compares to home sweet home. Then comes Mars, the favorite child of every space enthusiast. Gravity here is only about 1/3 of Earth's. That means if you weigh 180 pounds here, you'd weigh just 60 there. You could literally jump 3 times higher. For about 5 glorious minutes, you'd feel like a superhero. Then you'd realize there's no oxygen. It's minus 60 degrees, and your heroic leap has landed you in a crater. But hey, great Instagram photo. Now brace yourself for Jupiter, the cosmic gym from hell. The moment you step on those scales, crash. They shatter into metallic tears. Jupiter's gravity is 2.5 times stronger than Earth's. So, if you weigh 180 pounds here, you'd be pushing over 450 there. Every blink would feel like a workout. Even smiling would require muscle training. I can't move my face, you'd groan, sounding like a dramatic actor in slow motion. The good news? You'd be in incredible shape if you somehow survived being squished into a pancake. Saturn is a bit kinder. Despite being huge, it's made mostly of gas, so its pull isn't as strong. You'd weigh a bit less than on Earth, and if you try to walk on its rings, well, you'd immediately fall through them because they're not solid. They're just glittery space dust pretending to be a runway. Still, it's nice to dream. On Uranus, you'd weigh about the same as on Saturn, but you'd probably be too distracted by the fact that everything looks sideways. The planet literally rolls around the sun on its side like a lazy cosmic barrel. Your sense of direction would quit halfway through day 1. Neptune, darker, windier, moodier. Gravity there is only slightly stronger than Earth's. You'd barely notice the difference, but you would notice the 2,000 km/h winds trying to slap you into orbit. And finally, we arrive at Pluto, the tiny underdog of the solar system. Step on a scale there and, ta-da, you weigh only about 6% of your Earth weight. A 100-kilogram human would barely tip 6 kilograms. You could bounce around like a helium balloon, giggling as you float away. The scale might even start laughing with you, relieved not to be crushed for once. Of course, it's minus 230 degrees, but who cares? You finally achieved weight loss goals worthy of a fitness magazine headline, "I lost 94% of my weight." Here's how. Hint, move to Pluto. So yes, weight equals mass times gravity, but gravity is the mischievous one in that equation. It decides whether you're a feather or a bodybuilder. On some worlds, you're Hercules. On others, a dandelion seed in the breeze. And if that doesn't make you feel small and magnificent at the same time, remember this. No matter where you go in the universe, the scales might lie, but the stars never do.